And it probably will not be long before you come across footage of a UFO in the skies over Jerusalem. Now it is sparking intense debate on the internet. Trace Gallagher following this live from our West Coast News. So the question is, what was that UFO? What was it doing over Jerusalem? And, is he back?
Yeah, and that is the question, by the way, Megan, because...
That is the question. It was 2013 when I first came across this video called UN Briefing on Alien God Arrival. At that time, I was currently conducting research on self-proclaimed messiahs that currently exist today. When I looked at the date of this video, it was launched back in 2011. Now, I looked at it in two different ways here. I mean, at the time, I was just like, wow, how did I miss this? But then I started to wonder to myself, with all the views, and with the amount of downloads and uploads, how on earth did I really miss it? It could not have been a mistake. But then I started to wonder to myself, could it be perhaps that my belief system got in the way? I was raised as a Lutheran Christian for the majority of my life. I went to all private schools, and every single one of them was Lutheran Christian. It was pretty much beat into my head that, Jesus is the way. Jesus will come back, and when he comes back, it's going to be glorious. I mean, the sky is going to open up. It's, we're going to see heaven, and we're going to see Jesus come down with all these angels into our world. But I was going through hauntings. Saw my first UFO when I was a kid. Now, how did people in my schools react to this, including teachers? Ghosts don't exist. Either that or they told me that ghosts are demons. And the UFOs? Demons. Aliens are demons. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out the UFO portion, considering if, it's some type of flying machine, how is that a demon? There's a logic right there, right? You know what? Why not? Demons are demons too. There we go. That's quite a revelation. So, here's the thing. That was beaten to my head, but at the same time, as a paranormal investigator, I'm like, you've got to be wrong somewhere here. These ghosts cannot just be demons, and aliens are demons, and that we're alone in the universe, and the only thing that possibly could be coming out of the sky are demons. But at the same time, they would be pretty much ready to verbally crucify you if you dared to speak against them. So, pretty much at the time, I took their word for it. I mean, these guys are teachers. These guys have degrees. These guys have been around longer than me. They must have done their research. They must not take their other instructors who have taught them this, taught them all this information at face value. They must have gone and verified this for themselves, as opposed to just assuming that everything is correct. Right? I would like to think that. I would like to think that they went and verified information. Looking back, I would say they didn't. Because none of that made sense. That God created us, but He didn't create anything else. And aliens, if He created them, well, they're demons too. He created demons, they're all aliens. Oh, and the angels that fell out of the sky, they weren't aliens, they're demons. That's how, those 1/3 of the angels, that whole story. So, back when UNI research was known as the paranormal security department, we were more amateur back then. We were more of a Christian-based team. I remember during one presentation we did, there was a woman who asked me, well, what if you go to a haunting that involves Buddhism? You know, I mean, the Christian way just wouldn't work if you were trying to do some type of exorcism or blessing. So what would you do then? And I just remember just glaring at her and like, Jesus is the only way. And all the other religions, if it's not Jesus, it doesn't involve Jesus, if it's not Christianity, it will not work. Did I ever actually try all this stuff? No. Did I study it? No, because it was against my belief. I was told Christianity is the only way. The only way. And as a result, I remained blind for the majority of my life. I wouldn't even consider anybody else's beliefs. So to say that I had respected anybody else's beliefs would also be a lie. Even though at the time I would say I respect your belief. I was lying about that. I was lying about any other way working because I hadn't even studied any other way. How can I prove it? So then we're nearing 2011 and you've got Ancient Aliens, new television series out. And some of my paranormal team members just said, hey, John, you gotta come in here and watch this. This is amazing. Come in and I watch it. I'm like, they talked about God being an alien. I was like, good enough. Got up, walked right on out. Like, I'm not listening to this mumbo jumbo. It's a bunch of nonsense. That's how quick it was. I immediately dismissed anything from that show. So, then I see this news broadcast, the original news broadcast, not from this YouTube video. I see the original news broadcast and go, wow, that's a really cool UFO. Looks authentic. And then, of course, Megan says, is he back? I'm like, here we go with this whole, we're putting a UFO and an alien together with Christ. I was like, okay, whatever. You know what? The UFO looks authentic, but your assertion that this could be the Christ returning is just way off. I mean, everyone would have woken up and seen this. The whole sky would have lit up. I mean, I'm going through everything I've been taught. I'm like, these guys are wrong. 2013 comes, and I come across this video. And I was like, I recognize that UFO. We'd like to rewind just a little bit there, because in 2011 I do recall the 226 tornadoes. I will never forget that. And it was at that point that I was like, yeah, we're pretty much at the beginning of the end here. I remember saying that. I had some team members that were sitting next to me, and we were watching the news, and I just remember making that comment, saying, yeah, this is the end. Now, seeing all the other stuff happen, UFOs increasing. Now, I wasn't putting two and two together because I wasn't considering religion. I wasn't considering anybody's religious views. I was looking at it as paranormal and religion, and they can't be together. But science could be with religion. So, that started the journey right there. Once I hit this video. And my views would change on the topic of religion and paranormal and other religions forever.